2 to 3 protocols, habits, mindsets, let's call them shortcuts because everybody likes shortcuts, for longevity and health span that you would share?
There is no shortcut because things that we learned from everybody who had a much younger biological age, none of these are easy, quick fixes. I told you about community. Another thing is optimism. So everybody that we spoke to was just such a happy, sunny person that I wanted to keep talking to them because they were just
Mm.
such lovely people. We actually went and looked into this, and there have been a lot of papers that show you optimism helps you live longer. And these trends are consistent across all racial and ethnic groups. I think there was one paper that said optimistic women tend to live about 5% longer than the least optimistic women. And that
Mm.
translates to like 4 years. And
Yeah.
people who are optimistic tend to live beyond 90 much more often than everybody else who isn't. Like if you look at everybody who's world's oldest person, these are all pretty happy people. They could be smoking a cigar every night or drinking a glass of whiskey, but they're still there at 112, you know? So optimism helps.
Community and then optimism.
Community optimism. And then the last one is something that could actually more easily be implemented because changing yourself from a glass half full person to a glass half full person from a glass half empty person might take a while. Walks in nature. Every single one of them went on about how they loved going on long walks in nature. So a lot of them live near green spaces and parks. So that's definitely a privilege for a lot of us. If you can just go and walk, even 120 minutes a week seems to be a sweet spot. There was a British study, studied about 20,000 people, and they were like 120 minutes a week seems to be an optimal time for you to get all the benefits without having to spend too long out in nature.
That's awesome. And I think a long walk in nature is by definition the opposite of a shortcut, right? The shortcut is like, how do I get to the post office? And you're saying go the opposite way.
Go
Although
the
I will
long
say
way.
it's
Yeah.
a shortcut because
There's no pill yet, or there's no one treatment yet that's going to make you younger. But these are things that over time, I don't think it just makes you live longer, and I think it helps you live a happier and more fulfilled life.